Throughout his career, Idris Elba has become one of the most esteemed actors in the business, thanks to his distinguished good looks, his natural air of authenticity and charm, and his commitment to weaving the full fabric of his characters in his performances. And his ability to master his characters' accents is truly out of this world.
Well, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with.
That talent has come in handy yet again with his latest role in Concrete Cowboy. The film is based upon the real-life community of city riders in Philadelphia, and Elba spent some quality time in the city of brotherly love training on horseback and learning to speak with a local accent.
We're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna ride.
The movie was also shot on location in the city and features some real-life riders from the region, so Elba had everything he needed to put on yet another masterclass in local linguistics for Concrete Cowboy. Before the film arrives on Friday, April 2nd, here's a look back at some of the other times Idris Elba showed off his incredible knack for accents.
Yeah, make them feel something. That's what I do.
Idris Elba has often been teased on talk shows about the first time he used an American accent on screen, which happened on the mid-90s British series Space Precinct. Elba appeared as an astronaut pizza delivery guy with a country western twang.
Hot delivery anywhere on Altar, guaranteed.
According to Elba, his own attempt at the accent from the shoot was apparently so bad that his dialogue was dubbed over with a voice actor. Luckily, the experience didn't crash his career. Elba worked hard to hone his American accent skills by moving to New York. His skills with the dialect soon became so strong that he managed to fool millions of adoring fans into thinking he was actually from the United States, with his career-changing role as the smooth criminal Russell Stringer Bell in the celebrated crime drama series The Wire.
Nah, man, we done worrying about territory, man, what corner we got, what project. Game ain't about that no more. It's about product.
Elba's impressive American accent has continued to come in handy in many of his other standout screen appearances, including his turns in American Gangster, Obsessed, and Molly's Game.
I read them too. I read your indictment after I got your call last night, and I bought your book. I'm only on page 112, but Molly, did you commit a felony and then write a book about it?
According to writer-director Aaron Sorkin, Elba's secret to keeping his adopted accent so on point in his movies is that throughout the production process, even on his breaks from shooting, Elba stays in character, vocally at least. Though Idris Elba grew up in London, his father was from Sierra Leone, and his mother is originally from Ghana. Elba's turn as the South African President Nelson Mandela in Mandela: Long Walk to Freedom was partially inspired by his own dad's countenance.
My lord, it is not I but the government that should be put in the dock. I plead not guilty.
For the actor, mastering the accent of Nelson Mandela, whose native language was Xhosa, was an intimidating task. But Elba told NPR it was helpful to grow up listening to his parents' own West African cadence, which he used as a foundation while studying Mandela's inflections for the role. Elba explained that the real magic happened when he finally got to stand before the extras in South Africa and see the crowd absorbing the authenticity of his accent as he delivered some of Mandela's most inspiring words.
There comes a time in the life of every nation when there remains two choices. Submit or fight!
Elba went on to channel his parents' past for his breathtaking portrayal of the sinister commandant in Beasts of No Nation, which centers on a boy becoming a child soldier in a war-torn West African country.
So when you are chopping wood, lift up high, up, high, Then when you are ready, you come down so, well, into the flesh.
The actor told the New Zealand Herald that the film's setting was particularly important to him since his parents grew up in similarly distressed countries, and he adopted a Sierra Leonean accent with a hint of Nigerian.
Coming from sort of West African heritage, sort of get frustrated sometimes at the sort of 2D, sort of stereotypical African characters we see on some films, especially when it comes to sort of dictator.
All of you that have never been listened to before and have seen your family killed, you now have something that stands for you. You now have something that stands for you.
In addition to locking down accents from around the globe, Elba has also gotten the opportunity to create his own character sounds in recent years, including for his role as Krall in 2016 Star Trek Beyond. The actor found the deep tones to be challenging, but the voice was also helpful to him in crafting his villainous presence and making the role something all new for himself.
I am counting on it, Lieutenant Uhura.
Similarly, Elba got to use his imagination while bringing the character of Roland to the silver screen in the 2017 adaptation of The Dark Tower. Elba was the first actor to ever portray the iconic character on screen, so he got to craft what he sounds like. Elba explained to Entertainment Weekly that they settled on an old worldly, formal, flat American dialect for the character.
I do not aim with my hand. He who aims with his hand has forgotten the face of his father. I aim with my eye.
In addition to his impressive American, African, and even alien dialects, Elba has continued to expand his accent portfolio in films and television. For example, audiences can hear how easily he masters a French Algerian accent in Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Zarathos was an angel, a spirit of justice.
He's even gotten the chance to give his own English vocals a more formal vibe in films like Pacific Rim.
Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
But fans can also find plenty of examples of Elba's natural English sound throughout his filmography. Most memorably, Elba returned to his organic accent for his Golden Globe-winning role in Luther.
You're back. If you want it.
I want it.
Perhaps surprisingly, Elba said he found it odd to finally return to his own tongue for the television role after spending so many years portraying Americans and living among them. However, as with all of his other roles, he has well proven that no matter where his characters are from, he will not only master the accent, but he'll also make you forget all about them with the sheer power of his screen presence. Thanks for watching. Click the links in our video to watch more from Netflix Film Club. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest exclusive videos. Plus, hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.